Welcome to the 3 Knockdown Rule. Starring Mario Lopez and Steve Kim. Presented by Hustler Casino.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 3 Knockdown Rule is in effect, brought to you by Hustler Casino. I am Steve Kim, joined by our Excellency, Mario Lopez.
You know what? The gray hair's starting to grow on me with monikers like that. I'm kidding. And also, Smoking Tim Frazier and
Tino on the edits.
I also hate the hair.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special show. The bout sheet for this week's episode. Not only are we looking back at 5 versus 5, but joining us in studio, live with his manager, Egis Klimas, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk. And we also have fight preview. But before we get started, we want to let you know Hustler Casino is celebrating its 24-year anniversary by giving away a whopping $55,000 in cash on Saturday, June 22nd. Play now to earn drawing tickets so you can win big. Located just 15 minutes south of downtown LA, Hustler Casino is the perfect place for Pai Gow, poker, baccarat, and more. Visit hustlercasino.com for more info.
Round 1.
All right. Starting off, round number 1, it was Matchroom versus Queensberry, who ruled 5 versus 5, and it was a skunking for Frank Warren over the stable, led by Eddie Hearn from the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. But the main event, heavyweight Zhang with a TKO in 5 over Deontay Wilder. Mario, have we seen the end of the Bronze Bomber?
I hesitate because two things. I think we've seen the end of his dominance with the heavyweight elites. He looked a little off to me from the eyes and in his approach into the ring. That right hand it was coming out quick and furious like it has many times, and he actually caught Zhang with it a couple times, but it was also his demise because he didn't set it up other than his usual just 1-2, no feints, no combos to put behind it. And that's ultimately what Zhang caught him with, because he knew that same 1-2 was coming, with that counter right hook followed by another big right hook when he decided to stop and have a conversation with the ref for some reason. I don't know what he was trying to say, or if he was trying to say he got hit from behind. Maybe he got hit so hard he didn't realize, but there's a big man countering you. So I think we've seen the best of Wilder. I don't know if we've seen the last, because he is such an appealing, entertaining guy. You can't name a boring fight he's ever been in. I can't think of one, to be honest with you. So maybe there might be a swan song with, like, say, an Anthony Joshua or something along those lines, or an Andy Ruiz. I think if the price is right, we may see him one more time. You know the history of this sport, guys. Leave far too late rather than far too early. But as far as his dominance, the aura, and maybe as a champion, it's hard to say. You'll never see him maybe hold that belt again when he's got such an eraser like he does. But perhaps odds are that we have.
Mario, my view, that eraser has been worn down to a nub. No longer does he launch that missile, and he looks like a guy that is gun-shy. Keep this in mind. With this loss, he's 43-4-1 with 42 knockouts. But, and again, he's faced some good guys, like Tyson Fury, for instance, and now Zhang. He's lost 4 out of 5, and the stoppage losses are now coming with regularity. Okay? And the other thing is, his legs have always been very skinny, but they look even more frail now.
Right.
And I did not see him commit off of a right hand punching through that front foot. Everything looked a little bit hesitant.
There was reluctance, yes.
You know, and what's that old line from Rocky 3? The worst thing happened to him that can happen to a fighter.
Got civilized.
He got civilized. And we look at Zhang, he was giving up 68 pounds. That is very, very tough. Now, as for the winner, Big Bang Zhang, I talked to the Lane brothers who are in charge of this career. Couple things. They would love to get Anthony Joshua. I don't think that's going to happen. I get the sense that Joshua is going to face another man that had a big victory on this card. there could be a chance they do a big show out in China. So the options are there, but it's clear Zhang, in my view, is a top 3 or 4 heavyweight, and despite his plodding style, you cannot teach that power, and you cannot teach that size. On any given day, this guy is dangerous. But getting back to Deontay Wilder, forget the recent results. He's also 38. Mario, I just don't see a pathway for him to go back to relevance.
Look, do I personally think he should retire? I say yes for his health. And he's got nothing left to prove in the sense that he's made a lot of money, got into this game to help his daughter. He's made a lot of money. Hopefully he invested it well. He should go and be proud of the career he's had, especially for a guy that came into the sport relatively late, created a lot of buzz, gave us a lot of great moments. Go, enjoy your family, take care of that money. Maybe he can do something behind the scenes. As far as being in the squared circle, if I was managing him, promoting him, or as a friend, I would tell him no. It's very tough, as you know, for these guys to walk away. They feel they have one more in them, especially when they're dangling a very pricey carrot. And if it's like an Anthony Joshua type of, which has been kind of rumored, bandied about, then it's going to be hard for him to walk away if that's 20, 30 million.
Yeah, if Wilder,
it's a lot of money.
What is the price of your health?
Well, that's what I say. Maybe somebody's in his ear saying, "Hey, Joshua," and I don't know if you can say this anymore, but he could be a little chinny. Maybe he's not the same himself, and he's there for the taking. With that right hand, and they convince him. I'm just saying that could be dialogue that could be going down there. And hey, it's 20 million, it's 30 million, whatever the case may be. But you're right. Personally, I wouldn't do it. He's made a lot of money. He doesn't need to. But that's going to be tough. And more times often than not, they convince themselves and they do get back in there.
If Wilder would quit right now, I would say that's a successful career. Started late. Yep. He was fun. He was flawed. He was dangerous. He was vulnerable. Gave us some memorable nights. Was involved in a historic trilogy that I think we're going to look back and say, wow, that was good for boxing. And he also made a good chunk of change. By all accounts, that's a success.
You stamping for the Hall of Fame?
I would say he falls just short. Had a pretty good amount of defenses, 10 WBC title defenses. But outside of Louis Ortiz, what's the signature victory that puts him over the top?
And by the way, that was a tough, close fight, too.
The first one, certainly.
Fight. But the reason I asked, too, is because when you start hearing phrases like the hardest puncher ever.
You did.
You did hear that often. And the most devastating 1 KO power. So when you start hearing stuff like that ever, of all time, as far as punching, does it make you not pause to consider it at least?
We got to put this in context. I think he was very adroitly match made. It was not a great era for heavyweights. He was never really involved in a unification bout. And again, in the fact that when he stepped up to the pocket and faced a guy like Tyson Fury, who was thought to be the other number one guy in that division, he may have gone 0-3. So, I think he had a great career. I'm not so sure, based on my standards, that he would make Canastota. Also on this card, Daniel Dubois, for a year or two, wore the scarlet letter of the word quit after the fight with Joe Joyce. You know what? This guy is now forged through fire. First 2 rounds against Filip Krgovic, it looked tough, but by the 5th, 6th round, he turned the tide, and guess what? He's now right back in the money. What a gutty effort.
Listen, we need as many heavyweight players as possible. It's starting to get really exciting with him and Zhang's performance. Obviously coming off of Usyk, Fury, and Joshua looking good. Heavyweight division's starting to catch fire.
And look, he hit Usyk with a shot that half the people think was borderline. There are certain people that think, wait a minute, that guy should actually be the heavyweight champion of the world.
That's a bit of a stretch.
But he's a big bone, tough guy.
Oh, yeah.
Still only 26. Keep that in mind.
He's got a bright future. He's in the mix.
Is still in front of him. Mario, I thought Dimitri Bivol, in between the first round knockdown and the eventual stoppage, I thought he had a pretty tough time from Malik Zinad. That herky-jerky, awkward movement. But you know what? I love the fact Bivol, who's frustrated people in the past, actually had a sense of urgency and said, you know what, let's get on to better, Biev.
Yes, he looked really good. He countered nice. He showed that effective aggression. always incredibly accurate. And I was like, ooh, he's peaking on all his powers. I got to say, and I know you disagree with me. I think Usyk's going to disagree with me. But I am still favoring Beterbiev. I know we talked about it last time. I got to say, I'm still favoring. You want me to tell you why? The fighter, and forgive me for forgetting his name, his opponent, Bivol opponent, caught him with some shots. Caught him with some solid shots. Yeah. And I thought didn't buzz him, but kind of got his attention a little bit. And
snapped his head back more than once with that quick, sneaky right hand.
Yes. Ooh. I saw that. You saw that too.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that. And then I remember when Joe Smith actually really buzzed him and hurt him. And I'm like, okay, Beterbiev doesn't have to land that many. And if he lands one or two of those, I'm sorry, but he knows how to follow up, and that's it. And we're talking about a guy with a 100% KO ratio. So after once seeing him catch those clean rights, and he's no Beterbiev, I was like, I think I still got to.
But this guy's a little quicker though. This guy had deceptive speed though. He was sneaky as an odd.
Correct, but Beterbiev knows how to set up his shots.
By the way, you know what I loved? I loved like Turkey Al-Sheikh said after the fight, look, you faced a monster. This guy's a machine. He's one of the best. And he said, there's an odd. You know what? Come back here. We're going to have a show later this year. Make some money with this.
Turkey,
I love that. Turkey, you're the best.
That dude's in a stud.
And Mario, a guy that we were high on, and props to our guy, Ricky Funes. Hamza Shiraz is a middleweight monster.
Well, that was a great fight. That was a great fight because that second round, I was like, uh-oh. Because he came out, Ammo came out and caught him with a solid right.
A left down the middle.
Pardon me, a solid left down the middle. It was Hamzat who caught the solid. Ended up he weathered that storm. He made some nice adjustments, gathered himself. Once he started getting into a groove and with that distance, boom, started throwing those rights.
Just chipped away,
throwing those rights down the middle. Finished out in impressive fashion. I think he's a real player, and I'm happy for him, and I'm happy for my boy Funes.
My only concern is because that weight, and you could tell, that's the fight, is to make that 160-pound limit. I don't think he's long for 160.
I don't know.
I get the sense like guys like Trinidad earlier in their careers, De La Hoya at 130 and 35, they are vulnerable early in fights till their legs get warmed up and their chin starts to get a little more stronger as the fight goes on. Hamza Shiraz against certain guys is going to have to work behind his jab and work towards the knockout, but he's got a set of heavy hands. He's got that long, snapping, torquing type of power.
He does, and he's still big for super middleweight.
Yes, he is.
So I'm almost thinking, does he move up or now? Because it's a mystery to me how he makes that weight, and it's got to be killing him, like you said.
Right, and he's 25 or 26, so he's right at that age where your body shifts.
I feel 168. I feel he would be a much more dangerous fighter.
Right.
He'd have his ass under him. He'd have even a little bit more stank on those punches. Obviously we've got Canelo and Benavidez, who I don't think is going to come back down unless it's a Canelo fight. I think he'd fare well there.
Yeah.
I think he'd fare well because I don't think a Canelo fight's in the future, right in the near future. So I think he'd do well to position himself there because I do think he is vulnerable at 60 just because he's killing himself to get there.
Yeah, and also rounding out this card, Willie Hutchinson, full of piss and vinegar, wins a 12-round decision over Craig Richards. When we come back, joining us in studio, Mr. Undisputed himself and his manager, Egis Klimas, alongside one of his great clients, Oleksandr Usyk, from the 3 Knockdown Rule on Hustler Casino.
Catch it streaming live right on YouTube.
Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
$1.2 million.
And I'm losing in this fucking game. What the fuck?
There's a 400K flip. If I win by the way, you get 10 grand.
Fucking straddle!
For my fans!
What? I read it twice!
Wow. All in a call.
I'm not fucking leaving!
Raise it up.
And we're back on the 3 Knockdown Rule, brought to you by Hustler Casino. And Mario, we didn't want to announce it because we didn't want to jinx it, but the man of the hour is in the building with his manager.
Absolutely. I think the man of the year for that matter. And you know my number one pound for pound. Of course, I'm talking about the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Mr. Oleksandr Usyk, and his great manager, Ignacio Bernal. Hey! Great to see you, champ. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Hello. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Now, just getting right to the fight, which went down May 18th. Have you seen the fight? since then?
Ты видел бы после этого?
Yeah, 2 times.
2 times. And what are your thoughts when you watch it back?
I have it's like тетрадь.
Like a
book.
Like a book.
Look like a book.
Right.
I do my my mind what I think for fight with them 8 round 6 5 but the ошибки
Mistakes.
I watch my mistakes but next fight like that delete.
You because what I found so impressive from watching the fight, and Kim and I saw the fight together, you started off so great and had so much success early on in the earlier rounds, and then Fury seemed to have made an adjustment and started measuring his distance a little bit, caught you with some uppercuts, and started to change the momentum. But then you switched the mindset, you made adjustments, bit down on that mouthpiece, and came back with even a stronger vengeance. And I just thought that was so impressive to see the mental toughness along with the physical toughness go on with that. And did it feel like that ebb and flow to you?
Ты как-то сразу поменялся после там я видел как Фьюри там тебе и апперкаты, а ты потом как-то adjust к этому и все.
После этого апперкота?
Да.
Maybe. yeah, maybe because when I get uppercut, it's like very pain. It's like hard pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel maybe 10 seconds. I say, "Hey God, thank you, help me." I say for myself, "Hey Alex, move, because if you stop, he is kill you. Move."
Oleksandr, there were reports, and you can clear it up for us. Were you worried after the fight you had a broken jaw?
Ты думал, что у тебя была сломана челюсть после боя?
Yeah. But I feel, but I think, what's going on? It's not как привычно.
It's not used to it.
It's not used to it. Maybe I say, hey, listen, maybe I have problem.
Yeah.
Like Aegis and my team, but like emotion, I not feel pain. I don't know what's going on.
We spoke yesterday about that, and he explained it to me. He says, when I got uppercut in the 6th round, it was such a big pain. He says, I can explain only one thing, like it feels like the tooth come out. So, and
it looked it because I was a big man. I go, ooh, that shot was big.
Exactly. And after the fight, I kind of I jumped and I grabbed him, congratulated him, and he goes like, oh, he said, brother, my face hurts. And I kind of,
Yeah.
Everyone talks about the 9th round, Oleksandr, when you scored the knockdown. 8th round, I thought, is when you really hurt him at the end. Did it seem in your mind like, okay, I could hurt this guy?
В 8-м раунде ты как бы в конце раунда ударил его, и все говорят про 9-й раунд, но ты как бы увидел, что в 8-м раунде ты можешь.
Last 10-15 seconds, I do work, like it's like my plan. Like start, середина, middle, and last.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you, it's like for myself, yeah. Like focus. I'll already focus 3 minutes, not like I do different. No, you have plan. You're prepared for your camp, not now.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes we do improvisation, because it's boxing, but my opponent not give me opportunity do. But yeah, last 10-15 seconds I say, hey, okay, give do combo, 2 combo, 1 combo. It's
Give it a
last-
try.
Yes.
We're gonna give it a
round.
try, and then works.
Exactly. What seemed to work a lot to me too was the sort of left hook leaning and the sort of loopy right hand. Every time he threw that, he would catch him, and it seemed like to really do a lot of damage. Did you realize that early, or was that something by design you had been working on?
Ты заметил вот этот правый Иван?
Yes, because we with my coach Yuri, I love you, Yuri. We do this is combo. It's 1-2, but I do jab and defend it and left hand.
Left.
Yes.
But second it's right hand. Little bit defended and left hand.
Those corkscrew kind of punches. Yes.
Was Tyson Fury surprised that the little rabbit hurt him?
Ты думаешь, что он как бы удивился Фьюри, что маленький заяц его?
I don't know, but I not think about Tyson Fury. For me, it's no need. Listen, I'm very respect for Tyson Fury because it's very fighter. It's very great man, but it's my opponent. It's very hard, man. It's very smart. Ooh, yeah. What Tyson do? Blah blah blah. You know, like a lot of people say, "Hey, they're like clone." It's play. What maybe me, maybe a different opponent like don't have
Vision.
yeah.
He truly is one of a kind.
Yeah,
6'9", athletic,
Yes.
very good boxing IQ.
Would you say, Oleksandr, was that your toughest fight, and was that the hardest you've ever been hit? Because you've gone up against really heavy-handed guys. Whether I remember when you fought Garcia, and that guy there was a lot of momentum, and Anthony Joshua, obviously, and now with Tyson Fury. Was that your toughest fight and the hardest you've been hit?
Это был для тебя самый тяжелый бой и самый большой удар, который ты получил?
I think so. Fight, yes. It's a big punch. I think no, because Derek Chisora bit.
Derek Chisora.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very tough guy.
Wow, that's the heavy hand. Okay.
Because like Derek, right. I don't remember right hand, left hand. I'm like block. And, oh my god. It's like рельса.
Just like I've been trained.
A baseball
Like
bat?
a baseball bat.
Maybe, yeah,
I was like, oh my God.
like that.
You're welcome, Derek.
Wow.
I like this. Okay. Oh, move, Alex.
Oh, damn.
This is dangerous.
That's interesting.
You know, everyone has a different view of a fight. You were ringside, you were in the fight. So the 12th round ends, final bell. I want to ask both of you, did you guys think you won the fight in the heart of hearts?
I definitely thought he won a fight. I had no doubts about he won a fight. And then I heard one judge scored our side. I said, God damn, where to go again?
No, I was very comfortable that you had won that fight convincingly, and it was such a great fight too, because you look forward to these big fights happening, and that was such a really good one that delivered, which made it even that much more special. And of course now we've got the rematch that is scheduled for December 21st, right around Christmas time. Do you expect anything different for the rematch?
Ожидаю что-то другого в рематче.
Oh, listen, I'm now not thinking for boxing. Now, just relax, movie, LA. Listen, 8 months was my prepare.
Wow.
8 months. Пропустил.
I missed.
Missed, yeah, listen. Well, I missed all my happened birthday my children, born my daughter, New Year's. I missed all. But Happy New Year, born first my children, second, fourth, born my daughter. Like I missed all.
Wow.
Because I will be my training camp.
Sacrifice.
8 months. 8 months. Listen. I don't remember what is day, what is week, what is time, I wake up. Okay, I know, I see. 5 o'clock, early morning, 5 o'clock. What I do here?
Yeah.
What I do here? But I say, God, thank you. Please help me, please. I say, not give me win. Please give me
Strength.
power, because it's a lot of training, free training of day. Early 5 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 6 o'clock evening.
Wow.
Free training.
Oleksandr, when this fight was backed up from December to February and then May, were you ever worried this fight would not happen?
Когда его 3 раза перенесли, ты волновался, когда что его может совсем не состоит?
Yes, I'm not nervous, but I think, listen, what's going on? I wanna объединить, unified belts, but it's unbelievable fight 25 year ago. It's
No one's been undisputed for that long.
Yes. I think just my camp, my training, my family. When second time, like перенос.
The delay.
Yeah,
the delay.
I say, okay, listen, it's will God. It's
The will of God.
Yeah.
Yes.
But,
and I notice and I appreciate that you're such a strong man of faith, because I saw you do the sign of the cross pretty much on every round right there. And do you think that's where a lot of your strength comes from mentally, the mental toughness and the confidence in yourself?
Думаю, что тебе это все, когда ты перекрещаешь.
I not think, I know.
Awesome.
I not think, but I know God, my angel, helped me already.
Awesome.
I guess
My training, my camp, my fight, already. But my angel sometimes told me, hey, be careful, please. Be careful. It's people, not punch hard. Love people. It's world. It's good world.
Yeah.
I guess let's go all the way back, beginning of 2023. I remember you called me and you were very frustrated and you said, this fight's not going to happen. They don't want the fight. And did you feel, number one, were you ever discouraged that this fight with Tyson Fury would not happen? And does this fight happen without Turki Usyk in the Riyadh season?
I strongly believe if this is not His Excellency, if this is not Saudi, that fight would never gonna happen.
Yeah.
We wanted to thank this man, and he's the one who delivered, and he's the one who pushed for it, and he even postpones. He was supporting all of us, so he did a very, very big job.
The bottom line is, did he put up an offer that he could? Because I always thought Oleksandr and you guys were in. You guys want undisputed. It's not just about the money. But with Tyson Fury, was the offer so good that he had no choice but to accept it, in your view, Agus?
The way it happened, I can recall it. One of Tyson's friend who was in a camp with him for a long time, his name is Tim, called me and he said, Agus, Tyson wants this fight, but politics working in this, and the promoters or something, I can't point the fingers right now. It's not happening. And he says, if you're gonna get with Tyson's manager in the room, you can have fight made. And I said, why don't you give my number? So a week passed. So I got a phone call from Spencer, who's the manager for Tyson, and he goes like, I'm gonna be in a few days. I'm gonna be in the United States. Me and you, we need to talk. I said, no problem. I'm in Los Angeles. So few days pass, he calls me and he goes like, you need to come to New York. And I said, no, I'm in Los Angeles. Why do I need to come to New York? He says, I can't bring all the people. He says, you need to come. I said, okay. Same day, I was on a plane. I flew to New York. I met Spencer. I came, it was like 11 o'clock at night. He goes like, go take shower, and we're going to talk business. I said, it's 12 o'clock midnight. He said, no. He says, we need to talk. So I go there. we meet back in the lobby around like midnight. Dr. Khan, who also works hard for this fight, comes out, and we go to the room. We had in the hotel a meeting room. We go in the room, and 40 minutes later, we made the fight happen on a handshake.
Wow.
I walked out. I called promoter Krasuk, and I said, "This is what we have. Offer was good, and we're gonna." But the one thing we agreed, we're not gonna tell Oleksandr about it because he's gonna in a fight with Joshua. I still said everything is okay. Just win this fight.
Oleksandr, did you ever lose hope that Tyson Fury, the greedy belly, was not going to fight you?
Ты когда-нибудь потерял не верил, что этот бой не состоится?
No, I know what this fight will be. I don't know when, but I believe every time.
Not
Listen,
if, when.
Yeah,
Right.
I say maybe 7, maybe 8 years ago, we will be one big show Ukraine, brother Klitschko, 2 sportsmen, blah blah blah. I say, hey, listen, I wanna go to heavyweight. I win all belts.
Yeah.
If you will be then, you will boxing with me, Vladimir. Ha 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 ha. Maybe not because maybe not. I say, hey, listen, I will be boxing with Joshua. Maybe 3 years. I will home boxing. A lot of people. See, you are sick. I say yes. I see. Yes, I sick, but not just sick. A little bit crazy. I will be boxing with Joshua, with Tyson Fury.
Wow.
And Vladimir came. He was supporting. He came to the fight.
I saw that. That was awesome. That was awesome. You mentioned Joshua. Compare the two fighters as far as their styles and the differences in being in the ring with Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Obviously, both big guys, but
Сравнить.
Yeah, Anthony Joshua, it's like classic boxing. Yeah. Greedy belly, my friend Tyson Fury. Listen, it's like just water and sparkling. When you open just water, it's good. If you shake sparkling, it's
Yeah.
But it's sparkling water, it's Tyson Fury. Still water, it's
Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
It's a great
Is
analogy.
that a good comparison?
Yeah, he is. Because he looks like he's not as athletic, but he's athletic in there. And
He
he's
looks like a sparkling water.
Yes.
like hands, like 2 meters.
Right.
I say
Yeah.
it's как веревка будет.
Like a rope.
Yeah, like a rope.
Yeah.
I say, whew. Right. Alex, be careful, please. Because like punch this.
Right.
Not like this now.
Right.
Oh.
It's
Be careful, Alex. Hands here. Okay. Good defense. Oh.
Oleksandr, this is interesting. You're a 2-time undisputed champion. Ring Magazine recently named you #1 pound for pound. What other goals are out there now for you? What other mountains are there to climb?
Ты уже в двух категориях.
Да.
Ты номер 1, ринг, магазин, pound for pound. Какие еще у тебя есть? Что еще можно достичь? Какие тебе еще горы перед тобой?
I really appreciate my fans. For me, it's very important. I love my fans. You know, I send my fans. I speak with my fans. It's great. I think maybe after a match, I wanna go down my weight, cruiserweight. I wanna more cruiserweight.
Maybe go back down, really.
Maybe go back down in
Wow.
cruiserweight, and we spoke about that also yesterday.
Wow.
that
Well,
maybe go down
I-
cruiserweight and get undisputed second time in the cruiserweight
Yeah,
division.
maybe it's my plan because when start my training camp, listen, like I'll say yeah, because I'm eat every time.
Yeah.
For me it's hard. I
Yeah.
don't like 3 times cocktail.
Yeah, he's gotta
water,
keep it up, yes.
Protein. Banana good.
Yeah.
Yes,
I like
yes.
it. I like
But not 1,000 of them.
banana blah blah blah.
It's like a second job.
Yeah.
After the fight, he didn't eat for 2 days.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? You have to keep up. Speaking of big and eating a lot, what did you make of Zhang's performance against Wilder this last weekend? What did you think about
Что ты
it?
думаешь об больших и что ты думаешь про Женга против Валдера?
A good fight, but I think Deontay закончился.
Finished.
Finished. Not concentration, not focus for boxing. It's like element. It's bad. If you don't have concentration for boxing, but it's dangerous.
I guess we bring up Undisputed. You know the politics with the belts. And on that same card, Daniel Dubois, guy that you beat, had a great victory over Filip Hrgovic. So Hrgovic thought he was going to get you into a title shot, and there was talk what's going to happen with the IBF. You do have the Undisputed belt that Turki Al-Sheikh gave you. You held it up in the ring. Is there any chance that you defend that belt and start vacating some of the other ones because there's going to be so many mandatory defenses that you have to oblige?
I believe with all the politics and all the sanctions, I believe IBF will do a right thing and would let to have Undisputed too. It has to be. I hope we're gonna do that. They already announced what Dubois is a mandatory for Usyk, but because he became a mandatory and we already signed agreement to fight second fight, so maybe IBF gonna rule out and leave Undisputed too.
Got it. And right now, what's really exciting, something that you haven't had an opportunity to do, is be in a movie. And you're going to be starring opposite Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, which is awesome. He posted about you on Instagram. He's got a great deal of respect for you. Are you excited about this new venture, this new world you're stepping into?
Yeah, correct. I can wait because for me it's wow. My children very happy. My sons, wow, Daddy, you're seeing the
With The Rock.
yeah. I say, yeah. Ooh. You will boxing. I say, no, it's like MMA, but movie. It's a real fight. I said, no, like movie fight, yeah. I said, yeah. Daddy, please be careful because a professional boxer. In this man, no, it's please. Say,
what you heard.
yeah, you're nervous. Yeah, of course. But I'd like respect this man. My guy watch a movie every time, like Rock. And, like big. It's I don't know who is it. Big monkey, like white monkey. At Rock speak, it's like it's a movie, but it's big star and movie Hollywood and the world.
Yeah.
But for me, it's good.
Opportunity. Yeah. And you mentioned
movie.
absolutely, and you mentioned you're going to be playing an MMA fighter. And we were talking before the show started. You wrestled growing up. You did judo, which is all that. I was not aware. That's awesome. So growing up, you were a true martial artist doing all these different things.
Well, I can kick hands, a little bit wrestling, because we do on my training camp wrestling every Tuesday.
Oh, really? You do
Yeah.
wrestling still in the
Yeah,
training
yeah,
camp?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Every Tuesday.
That's got to help you on the inside, too,
Yes.
and grab. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Like hands and
Yeah.
toes like this.
Yes.
All time.
Oh, that's awesome.
A lot of years we do this.
Oh, that's cool.
And he been talking, and he been telling me all the time, all his career. He says, when I'm done with boxing, I want to go in the movies. I want to act. And he's done movies in Ukraine. He done, I believe, like 3 movies. He's been in the commercials for Gillette, for a telephone company. So
That's great.
and because of him, they brought me into the movie too. I'm gonna be his manager.
All right.
It's gonna be a good acting job. You can do that
Hey,
one.
we're going to the
You can do
premiere.
that one.
When we're home, like joking, I say to my friends, my acquaintances, hey, listen. We скоро увидите.
Soon.
You soon watch me in Hollywood. I say, hey, shut up, Alex, sit down. I say, yeah, it's true, I know, sit down. Yeah, guilty, but now. Listen, I go to the mirror, I say, what you say? This man.
I guess speaking of managing, you're
funny.
on a run. You're on a very good run. Lomachenko looked very good.
He looked
Janibek is going to be defending his title, I believe, July 13th. Bakram Murtalazayev, you got 4 champions right now. Ever been on this type of hot streak?
I believe I had one time 9 champions at the time.
At one time?
At one time, yeah.
Jeez.
Wow, I
Kovalov,
guess.
Lomachenko, Usyk, Gvozdyk, Besputin. Who else? I mean, just like, yeah.
I saw, I guess coincidentally, just a couple days ago, a Brickhouse Boxing Club where Janibek was training. To me, Janibek is the best middleweight out there, and I think the boogeyman in the division, and nobody wants to face him. How difficult is it finding fights for Janibek?
Very difficult. And, tell you the truth, right now we're going to fight a guy who ever first time heard, then the Top Rank sent me his link. I never heard about Andrei Mikhalkin. Have you?
No. To be honest, no.
So and we all in the so, and I heard he's not bad. So it is hard. And by the way, he's a mandatory. So we're gonna be closing IBF mandatory.
Can you get a major fight for him or a more significant fight by the end of the year for Janibek after this fight in July?
We should ask Turkey.
Turkey
Oh,
makes
that's
things
Turkey.
happen. He makes things happen.
Before we let go, I just want to ask Alex, if I might call you Alex, his opinion on a couple upcoming fights and how he sees it. Like we have Dmitry Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev coming up. Who do you like in that fight?
I guess it's Bivol.
Bivol, really?
Yes.
Why?
I know Dima have good legs, good move, and I watch fight with Canelo. But Dmitry, good boxing, good defendant, and back punch and combo.
Counter punch.
Yeah.
Counter punch.
He looked good. He looked good this last fight.
It's like my opinion. I don't
Sure,
know.
sure.
Yeah.
But should be good. Should be
Yeah.
a good one right there. What about there's talk, it's not official of course, but there's talk of a potential fight between Canelo and Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
How do you see that fight? Who
I
do you
like Terrence. It's
Wow.
my friend, but it's crazy man. Listen, I say Terrence win. Yes.
What?
Terrence win over Canelo.
Terrence win. But listen, Terrence, it's different man. Terrence work in две стойка.
Two sides.
Two sides.
Right.
Yeah,
And
switch hitter.
Yes,
He's a switch
yes,
hitter.
Yes.
Right and left. But it's very smart man. It's very, very, very smart. But feel distance and plays like.
Adjustments.
Spacing,
Exactly.
boxing.
You don't think the weight difference will be a factor too much?
Mario, you're asking him?
That's why. That's why I'm asking exactly.
But, Canelo big, yeah. Canelo too. It's a good boxer, but I say. Terrence.
Wow.
All right, well, we got a lot
good ones.
here.
We got some good ones right there. I was thinking of any other ones that we have.
Those are the two biggest
Those
ones.
are the two biggest ones.
And then
coming out
August
right
3rd is going to be a great show, and you'll be hanging out.
Terrence can boxing like big.
Like a big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's strong
Yeah,
too. He's strong.
Yeah.
Got great ring IQ.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yes.
Well, look, I guess
Usyk.
and the undisputed Mr. Oleksandr Usyk. Thank you for joining us. This has been great.
Yes,
Really
this has been
enjoyed
so
it.
much fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
And you'll be seeing him on the big screen. Can't wait to see that.
Hey, that's right.
At the premiere.
Congratulations.
All right, we'll be back with more of the 3 Knockdown Rule brought to you by Hustler Casino.
Review preview.
And we're back on the 3 Knockdown Rule. Hey, folks, if you'd like to get involved with the 3 Knockdown Rule and sponsor our show, we still have some slots available. Please reach out to us by emailing info@boxbid.io. Once again, that's info@boxbid.io. Boxbid.io is an online platform that is launching soon that helps public figures and professionals in the world of boxing get sponsorships. We are proudly working with Boxbid.io. Mario, Oleksandr Usyk, what a character.
I love that dude. I was already a fan, just the way he carries himself, and he's a man of faith, and loves his family, and just the balls on that guy to go through the cruiserweight division and then the heavyweight division. And I told you that damn uppercut hurt. He thought his jaw was going to be busted. I was like, yes, and interesting to see his takes that he would like Crawford in that hypothetical fight.
And that he might be moving back down. That's interesting.
That was interesting,
Wow.
too. Well, because he has to work to eat, and then he likes b-ball. I am respectfully disagreeing, but we'll see.
We shall see.
But he's not the guy you ask if weight matters.
Right.
He's like,
Exactly. All right, moving on. Wrapping it up here on the 3 Knockdown Rule fight preview real quickly. Friday, Hollywood, Florida, Triller TV, pay-per-view. Adrian Broner takes on Blair Cobbs. Mario, you know how time flies, and when you get older, it's all relative, how a decade can go by so fast, when as a kid it seemed like 10 years are going to be a century from now. You know, it's been about 11 years since the Marcos Maidana fight. Do you remember how highly touted Broner was coming into San Antonio? Everyone thought he was the heir apparent to a guy like Mayweather. And let's be honest, he's still a colorful character. He's never been that same guy since that night.
I love that fight because he got his comeuppance. I love that. That fight was an awesome fight.
Yeah, you look at Broner, 34 years old, and since losing to Manny Pacquiao, get this, 5 years ago. I mean, that I was there that fight, and it just felt like, wow, that's 5 years ago. He has fought just twice, in 2021 and 2023. Look, at their peak values or their peak strengths, Broner should be better than Blair the Flair Cobbs. But again, you don't know. There's been a lot of hard living, a lot of miles on the odometer when it comes to the problem. Also on the zone, Friday night, part of the Hall of Fame weekend in Canastota, WBO strawweight champion Oscar Collazo takes on Gerald Zapata, and then UFC Fight Pass from the Chumash Casino, Santa Ynez, California. Callum Walsh headlines the latest show presented by Tom Loeffler. And then Mario, Saturday, from the theater at MSG on ESPN, Top Rank has a show. 2 very bright young prospects. Junior middleweight contenders, Xander Zayas takes on Patrick Teixeira. And then one of our favorite guys, Bruce Shushu Carrington, takes on Jose Enrique Vivas. I like Shushu. What a great technician. And you know who's going to be in the audience? Inoue.
Oh, nice.
You never know.
Bonsai.
If Carrington can get a belt sooner rather than later, he's going to be right into that mix. And the fact that Raymond Ford got edged out by Nick Ball, Raymond Ford's made it very clear, I'm moving up to 130. I don't know.
That was a good fight.
Yeah, that was a very good. Personally, I thought Ford may have edged it at the end, but my vote does not count. But Bruce Carrington is a guy that he looked very good a couple of months ago. I think he's going to have 2 more fights after this. This could be one of those guys who is ready to do some great things. All right, well, that's it for this week's edition of the 3 Knockdown Rule. We'll a lot to talk about next week. Your golf tournament's coming up next week, right?
That's right. That's right. We raise money for St. Joseph's Hospital. The irony is I don't even play golf, but it's a good time. I go out there and I'll drink a lot and smoke a lot of cigars and have fun. And we got Yachtly Crew coming in afterwards. Dude, if you...
I'll be there.
You're going to come
You got
to the party?
word right now.
Hey!
Bang!
Hey, you heard it, Frazier.
Yeah.
Frazier's going to be there. We're going to party. We're going to... Oh, you know what?
Smoke a few cigars.
Yeah. We're going to have some Golden Boy representatives there.
Right, and
Tara Gomes
also,
on
so
we'll get
that
the
means
scoop.
that we're going to be taping the next show on Tuesday. So
Correct.
Check your local listings.
yeah.
All right, well, that's it for the 3 Knockdown Rule. On behalf of Mario Lopez, Smoking Tim Frazier, and Tino on the edits. Till the next round, goodbye, everybody.